Hello. Okay, since we ran out of time today, let's go ahead and get this video in. First thing you want to do is you want to make sure that the heading, the header, and the title are correct. The whole paper should be Times New Roman, 12-point font, double spaced. Every single entry on the works cited page should be left aligned on the first line, tabbed over on the second, and any additional lines, they should be in alphabetical order. So that's going to be your first check. The next thing you're going to want to look at is, does the parenthetical citation match up with one of these left aligned citations? The only differences to some of these are, like, if you have an article, it may not be the author's last name here, it might be the title of the article, so it might be Divorce Harms of Society. Sometimes in MLA that doesn't quite match up all the time, so keep that in mind. The other thing is, whenever you're looking at this, if there are any quotes over 4 lines, they need to be single spaced. As you look at the rubric, okay, you're going to want to underline what you think Mr. Daniels has done on his paper. So if he discussed both sides, underline it or put a check mark, and then you're going to keep 5 points in your head. If it's a clear main idea and a persuasive to the reader, underline it, and you would go 5 plus 5 divided by 2 bullet points, and then write the score over here, 5 points. Additionally, on organization, transition phrases used, if that's in there, okay, what you want to do is you want to go ahead and say, yes, it flows well, it has transitions, and you go ahead and underline that. Let's say that it uses transitions most of the time. Okay? If it's most of the time but not all the time, then you want to go 4 right here. Let's say that I use transitions in my paper, but the paragraphs seem a little choppy to you. You might underline transitions used, but paper is choppy. At this point, you would have 6 divided by 2, 3 would be the score here. As you continue down the bullet points, you want to know if it's order follows, does the introduction and conclusion fit, if it's a varied sentence structure, and then what you do is you add them all up, so you got a 3, you got a 5, you got a 3, as I calculated that's 11, and then let's say down here you got a 5. So what you want to do then is you want to say 16 divided by 4 would be 4. In this example, since I didn't go 3 here, obviously it can be a 4.5. With your papers, I've kept all these the same over here. If you want to round up, you're welcome to round up, because you have 2 points of wiggle room. Elaboration of evidence, make sure that all of the parenthetical citations are correct. Make sure that they match up with the works cited page. The works cited page is organized appropriately, and that there are different sources used. Did he use a book? Did he use a website? Did he use digital media? Make sure that there are at least 3 sources used. There should be 4 here. You go 4, 4, 4 times 4, and that's 16 divided by 4 equals 4. Next is language and vocabulary. No pronouns, no contractions. Make sure that the vocab that's used is on topic. That can be right here, I'd say 5. And then conventions and spelling, almost no errors. Errors that the paper has don't really interfere with the reading or distract the reader. A lot of you get a lot of points this way because this is key to me. Errors that the paper has don't really interfere with the reading or distract the reader. If it's an error that causes a problem, if you got 1 or 2 of those, it's going to be a 3. If you have 1 of those that has to make you reread, then you're going to want to go 4 here. At the end of this, you're going to add them up, 5, 10, 15, plus 8, which would be 23.5. I double it. Okay, so the total score down here would be 47. All right. Then what I'll do is I'll grade the paper, you grade the paper, and you're going to get 2 points on either side of it. So if you say 46 and I say 47, 100%. If you say 43 and I say 47, I'll check up here to make sure that all of these make sense. If they do make sense, then you're good to go. If they do not make sense, then I'm going to give it back to you and you're going to try again. So if you have any questions about this, feel free to let me know. For those of you that didn't watch videos last night, get on there and watch the videos, please. Thank you, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow.